Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids, and I've got something a little bit different for you today. I've got Dan from Technolicious. He's been doing a few reviews for me, and he's going to give you his opinion on this fantastic product, and then I'm going to step in about halfway through the video and give you an alternative opinion on the very same product. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time.
If you've spent somewhere between £500 and £700 on an iPad, you're going to want to keep it well protected. Apple have had a good go at this with their case, which you can fold into all sorts of stands and other sorts of contraptions so that it's the perfect level for typing and viewing photos, video, all sorts of media on there. The only problem with this that's come about on YouTube is that the case, after a while, does start to not hold its shape all that well. It's not made of leather, and it doesn't have enough creases put into it so that it can hold its shape quite comfortably. A lot of companies have latched onto this idea, and this is one from a company called AE This is their ACase tech leather flipbook jacket for the iPad. Once you get it, it'll be in this nice plastic bag. If we just pop this out, and we'll pop that to one side. You'll see that it's got a nice little pop stud closure. It's also got this elasticated band so that you can keep your iPad nice and firmly in there. Go around this side, it's blank, and you just got the ACase logo there. Opening it up inside, you see how the stand comes about. If we just get rid of this shipping foam, you'll see that it's got this nice soft material, which definitely isn't going to scratch your iPad. I've got a 64 gig Wi-Fi model here that I'm just going to slip into the case. We put this side in first, and then elastic strap the other sides in. Now, these elastic straps I've discovered are quite firm, but I'd rather have them too firm than too loose. If in my opinion, I think it's fairly important that it stays in rather than is easy to get out. Down this side, you'll see that the side that it slips into isn't overlapping the screen, maybe a tiny bit at the bottom, but not too much. You're still able to view everything. And if we just look around the sides, you can see that you've got really easy access to the volume control, the rotation lock, power button, headphone jack, dock connector, and speakers on the bottom. Of course, there's nothing on that side to interrupt. You'll see that it's sort of flapping down here. Now, that's not a manufacturing defect. It's supposed to be like that. We've got some more leather on this side, and this is real black leather. And this is because these studs along the bottom here are there so that you can rest your iPad against whichever one you like, depending on which angle you want. Almost like a deck chair, in that it has these notches that it sort of sits against, and you can see it at any angle. Now, if we just put it at that angle so that we haven't got lights shining into it, you can see that it's in full view quite nicely. When it's closed, you've got this pop button mechanism, which just studs onto the back there. And if you want to be really secure, I mean, that seems quite okay to me. If you really want to be secure, you can just pull this fairly tight elastic strap over, which I probably wouldn't use as it takes a bit of time and a bit of effort to put over. I think that pop stud is really quite nice, but maybe that'll weaken over time. These are made by AE and available on Amazon and other e-tailers like that for between £13 to £15, which is about the $25 US mark, which I think is absolutely amazing value. This is a real leather case for about £13. So do look around online and you'll be able to pick up one of these fantastic cases for really not much money.
Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids, and this is my review of the ACase leather jacket for the Apple iPad. Now, this is one case that smells really nice when you unwrap it. Now, I like the smell of leather, and this one really does smell good when you first take it from that packaging. Now I've got the black ACase here, and you can also get it in brown or red. Now let's have a very quick look at the outside, and then I'll show you how you put the iPad into this case. Now on the outside you've got this pop stud, which is a really firm pop stud, gives a nice sort of click, nice firm closure to the case. There's also this elastic strap. Now you can use this for either slipping the odd document underneath, or you can wrap it completely around the back of the case, and then this just gives a bit of extra security so it can't be easily opened. Let's pop the case open, and inside this is where the iPad goes. Now let's get my iPad. Got a 3G iPad here, and to fit it you just simply slot it into the left hand side of the case here, and then the little elastic parts come round the front of the iPad. Now once that's in the case, as you can see, this side's completely clear. You've still got full access to the dock connector. The speaker's slightly covered. On this side you've also got the volume rocker covered, and also the rotate switch covered. The top, you've obviously still got access to the audio and also the on-off button. Now it's not obvious on first fitting, but if you turn it round, and many of you will do this, which is why I wanted to show you it going in that way. If you turn it round this way and pop it into the case, again locating those elastic parts around the iPad. So now we're using it in this manner, and here you can see that this side you've got access to that SIM card slot on the side. The bottom, nothing covered, speakers nice and visible there, and then you've also got full access to the volume rocker, that rotate switch, and then on the top the power button just about misses this part here, so you've still got full access to this, full access here to the microphone, and also the earphone socket. So this is the way to put it in the case, so you have been warned. Now once it's in the case, let's just close this up and pop the pop stud, and you now notice that the pop stud is round the back, and if you want to pull that elastic flap round, then you can, so it's nice and secure. Now in the case you've still got a little bit of protrusion on these edges here, so if you did drop it on these corners you'd probably still get a dent. These inside corners, this one here and this one here, nicely protected. You've also got a nice amount of padding too, so it's certainly going to be fairly safe whilst it's in the case. Now this flap here looks really weird, and I'm going to tell you why. It's got these weird ridges on it, because if I move it round into this position, you can actually have the iPad standing up at all these different angles, as you can see here, and this is a great viewing angle for viewing the iPad. There we go, so it's actually a stand as well as a case. Now I like the fact that you can place it on a desk and have it at all these different angles, but what I don't like is there's no easy typing position. If it's down in this fully flat position, it's alright, but the iPad still moves a little bit and it's not quite angled up enough for easy typing. Now I also dislike this little flap here. This feels a little bit flimsy, but overall the feel of the product is really good, so the pros far outweigh the cons on this one. Now the multi-angle part, really like that, and something I didn't show you is just if I just move these elastic parts around and show you underneath the iPad. Let's just take it out completely. This is a really nice sort of suede finish, so nice and smooth, so you're not going to get any scratches on the back of your iPad, so that's really nice as well. So overall, very good case. I'm liking it a lot. This is made by AE Tech, and it's actually available on websites like Amazon. So if you check out Amazon UK or Amazon.com if you're in America, you will be able to pick this up for round about £13 in the UK, or around about $25 in the US. Now for me, that is a very good value for money purchase. Very cheap for a real leather case that makes your iPad look very classy whilst you're carrying it around. So this was my review of the ACase leather jacket for the Apple iPad. Thank you very much for listening. Please do come back soon and check out more video reviews on the Geekanoids channel. This video review is sponsored by EasyDraw, making drawing fun on Mac OS X.